Oh, Corey's here. I'll admit him.
All right, we're live on YouTube. And
what's up, guys?
Hey, Corey.
How we doing?
Doing great. How are you, sir?
Good. I don't know if Joe's muted or what. I just heard him a second ago.
His mic's having issues this morning, so of course it would happen right whenever I click go live.
Right. You've been live for 30 seconds. It's already going down.
Yeah.
I told him I'm only gonna hang. Yeah, we can hear you now, Joe.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Just got back into the warehouse this morning after being gone for a few weeks, and about every 10 minutes, my microphone just kind of cuts out. Hey, bro, how are you, man?
Are our borders safe now that you're no longer there?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, shoot, man. I'm just glad to be back, even if it's only for 2 days.
Yeah, no, I hear you. All right, so you're only back for 2 days, and you got to go right back.
Yeah, no, I'm going down to DC for a couple days.
Okay.
So I'll be down to DC Tuesday through Friday, and then jumping on a plane Friday to get to Vegas.
Dang. So you've been going nonstop. You sound like you're running out of gas.
I was the other day. I mean, I got home last night, got off the plane, literally jumped in the other car with my wife as soon as I got home, went to one of the kids had their last show, senior year. So we went to the drama club show, and I was so tired by that point. I'm like, and this is it. Today's my day to catch up on everything. I got tomorrow at the actual office, and then off again Tuesday. So, but looking forward. You.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
Yeah. One second. I'll message him.
Oh, I think we got him again, but now I can't hear. Oh, there he goes. Still can't hear him.
Sorry, my dad has technical issues sometimes.
Just going to keep popping in and out.
Yeah. Is it bad?
There we go. Mm-hmm.
It's a wired mic. I don't know why I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's the weirdest thing.
That time your screen just froze for some reason.
Yeah. But yeah, how was snowmobiling, man?
It was awesome. It was a blast. It was the first time I'd ever been snowmobiling. So I definitely was a little nervous going into it just because I didn't know what to expect. But it's one of those things after like 20, 30 minutes, it's easy. So it was exhausting though. I was really tired after it.
Really?
Oh yeah. And we only did it for probably 2.5 hours. But like you're gripping that's not a wheel, but you're gripping the gear, like the throttle so tight.
Handlebars.
And it's just, handlebar. And just like, and it was cold as hell. I think it was 0 degrees plus wind chill. So it was negative. And I'm just not used to that. So by the end of it, I was like, all right, let's get some food. Let's get out of here. But
awesome.
Good experience overall.
They have a good trip. How long were you gone for? Was that just a couple of days?
Yeah, I flew out Monday night and I got back here Wednesday night. So I was only there on like Tuesday.
Yeah.
But cool. ASD's coming up. So I'm leaving on Friday and then I'll be in Vegas leaving Vegas Wednesday morning and then flying straight to Miami from there for Miami Sellers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I can't pull it off. I so want to go.
It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
I know. I was talking to a couple other guys the other day, and I can't pull. There's no way. If I wasn't gone for the last few weeks, it'd be different. But what are you looking forward to the most? I'd like to hear what both your thoughts are on that one. What are you really looking forward to for ASD?
At ASD. So, I mean, this time I'm going to be hosting some walkthroughs. So I'm going to be doing walkthroughs on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I think that'll be a lot of fun because we not that we did walkthroughs last year, but like at Joe, as you know, we had a couple of guys just that we were hanging out with, just walking around together, running into people, giving people pointers. So I think this is going to be a way to do that in a little more of like an official capacity. And also too, like I just enjoy talking to vendors. Like it's a lot of fun for me to walk up to a new vendor, introduce myself, get to talk in business, see what they have for sale or what they don't. And then if it's not a good opportunity, moving on to the next. Like I just really like the energy of trade shows.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun environment. So I'm just looking forward to like hanging out and chopping it up.
Yeah, I was just joking with Brian beforehand. I'm like, damn, Corey's thinking ahead always. Like that's the right way to do it, because you end up just walking around with a group of people and you're doing it in a more professional. It's a good way to do it, man. That's
Yeah, so I'm going to see how it goes this time around. I mean, I think it'll go great because we know what we're doing. So look to probably do it again in August, assuming we get good feedback this time.
yeah. What about you, Brian?
Honestly, I'm excited to dive into it and see what it's like, because obviously I've never been. And we went to the Proven conference, and that was just so much fun meeting everybody that we talk to online all the time and have never seen in person. It was like up till 3 a.m. every night hanging out and
Right.
talking, and just like, I mean, to be honest, just like this show, it's like these kind of events are like perfect opportunity for just hanging out and getting stuff done. And
Mhm.
it's a lot of fun. I am really looking forward to that aspect. And then also, I have never gone up to a random vendor and talked to them in person. So that's going to be a new thing for me. And I'm excited to try it out.
And it'll be easy after you do it. Like the first probably 10 you talk to, you're going to be like, shoot, like, what am I saying? Are they going to laugh at me? Whatever. But you talk to like 10, and then the 11th one's so much easier. And it's something that too, I mean, they talk to so many people each day that, trust me, and not that you're worried about this, but if you are, like, you're not going to be the least professional or like the most unprepared. Like there's always going to be somebody that makes himself look dumber than you. Not just you, but like I think about that myself as
general.
well. You know what I mean? Yeah, in general. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not like not hating on anybody, but that's kind of like that was my thought process going into my first one. I'm like, as new as I'm gonna look, there's gonna be somebody here that is newer than me, and that's kind of helped me be a little more confident in it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you just got to think there's every walk of life goes to these trade shows. So, I always try to just make a memorable moment with the right people, and that's pretty easy for me. Let's be honest.
And, it's very easy for you, of all people. There's a tip so I started doing this, I think 2 ASDs ago, that's really helped me just when it comes to my follow-up. So every time I have a conversation with a vendor, usually I get a card. I might make a quick note on my phone, but like a lot of times that's not organized. And then I get home and I'm ready. It's ready to follow up. And I'm like, wait, what did we talk about? What was this person? Were they with this company? Were they with that company? So what I started doing is every time I have a conversation, as soon as I step away, every iPhone comes with a voice memo app, and I make a very quick just voice note. I say, hey, I just talked to John. He's with XYZ company. This is what we talked about. I might make a quick note about like he said he's got 2 kids. They like baseball, whatever. Just make any sort of notes that I can follow up on to further build rapport down the line. And then when I get home, instead of going through business cards and trying to put pieces together in my head, I'm just listening to those voice memos and saying, oh yeah, John, I remember him. This is what we talked about. This is the company. These are the types of products they carry. Okay, I'm going to follow up on that. Makes it way easier.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
I just,
sorry to cut you off. I got to run. I said I can only be on for a couple of minutes. We're about to sit down for breakfast.
Sorry. Go ahead, breakfast.
But yeah, I wanted to come on because I know I wasn't able to. This is the third one, right? Is this the third one you guys?
Yeah,
fifth one.
Fourth. Fifth.
Oh, fifth. Okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice. Well, yeah. I mean, any Sunday that I'm around, I'm down to pop in. At the very least, pop into as a viewer and just like support in the comments. So I'll be back.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Corey.
Yeah, see you guys.
Thanks for hopping in.
See ya.
Yeah, see ya. I'll see you next week, I guess. Or unless
I'll see you Friday.
So you get in on Friday?
Oh yeah. I got some
Okay,
plans
me
for
too.
Friday afternoon, so I'll text you.
Okay, I think I get in Friday at like 7:45 ish. So I'm gonna be tired.
Hey, real quick before you leave. So Saturday night, 7 p.m. Let's get the word out.
Yep.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. And I'll start posting some more. Saturday night, 7 p.m. We're hosting a what do we want to call it? A flash mob? No, or just
I kind of like that. I mean, I've just been telling people like we're just doing a casual meetup, free. Anybody who's around second floor of the Cosmo, just come hang out. We'll be there for an hour or two, longer if people are there, and then we might grab dinner after. So
absolutely, this is an open type thing. It doesn't matter your age. So I know we have a few folks in our group that can't get into some of the establishments that serve alcohol.
Right.
So,
That's true.
so I've been texting with them, and everybody. This is just an open common area, second floor of the Cosmo, and 7 p.m. Vegas time. So, and
Yep.
we'll have a good time. And it turned last year. I think we had over 100. I know
Easily.
that.
Easily.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
a ton of people
yeah.
there last year. Well, and also too, last year we did it during the August ASD, which is always the most heavily attended. I mean, the one in March is, I mean, it's probably like half as big as the one in August, at least in terms of like the Amazon seller presence, right? The trade show itself is huge both times, but I feel like most Amazon sellers go in August. So if you're coming this time, there's just less competition, both for vendors and just in terms of networking. There's just more, I think more serious people probably go in March. So it'll be fun.
We're gonna do Coffee and Commerce live from breakfast in Vegas. So
nice.
Hoping to have a handful of guys get together for like a breakfast or coffee morning or shots. I don't care. And
we're in Vegas, I guess.
Yeah,
Mimosas.
we'll do a lot. We'll do like a live Coffee and Commerce hangout.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I think
I'm doing my walkthroughs. I think noon. No, sorry, 10 a.m. to noon, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I don't know when you guys are planning on doing it, but I would love to be a part of it, whether you do it before or after.
Or we're talking doing a pop-up live too. That's like a happy hour coffee, like somewhere, like just pop up live, random.
Yeah, and I'm willing to be a part of anything that you guys will have me be a part of. I'm not going to have anything to do there really, aside from just. I mean, I'm planning for personally talk to my vendors in the morning, like do my buying in the morning, do the walkthroughs from 10 to noon, and then pretty much after that, it's kind of just like whatever's going on. I'm just going to be popping around.
Awesome, bro. All right.
Awesome.
Enjoy breakfast.
I'll see you guys then. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
Thanks, Corey.
So yeah, hey, well, knock on some wood. My mic's held up. So I was gonna tell you, I did got my new bamboo business cards. Yeah,
very
nice. Got the logo on the front. There's the camera here, but yeah, NFC. So just walk up, tap it to the guy's phone. They'll have all my contact info. I also set it up with, you can do different profiles. So I have one for a Coffee and Commerce social profile. NFC to anyone's phone will have all the links and link tree. Everything's on there. It's kind of neat. So
I got mine ready too. Well,
yeah, you actually got card cards.
I'm ready to go.
So what else is going on? So what's your week look like?
Man, my life has been so crazy recently. We've just been all over the place doing stuff. I think especially, I think we might have mentioned it before on the show. Joe and I took on a VA that's kind of shared between the two of us. So now each of us kind of have our own VA, and then we have one that's shared between the two of us who does, primarily OA sourcing. So really just trying to make sure that my VA, who was previously doing sourcing, has some new tasks. And so actually even last night I was like working on some SOPs, and shout out to Corey. I mean, he's the guy that I think really gave that idea to a lot of us here recently, that, hey, that's the kind of thing that can really help your business and really help, when you have new people, give them something to reference. I know he talks about that a lot on his channel and stuff like that. And even during the wholesale challenge. So yeah, I've been working on those pretty hard to get her up to speed with some new tasks that are more admin focused, as we get her doing some more admin things for me. And hopefully in the long run, it'll make things easier. But for now, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know, craziness. I wish I had a little more time to settle down before we go, but I just don't. So it'll be hectic today, being my first day back after a few weeks, and trying to get as much done as I can. I just walked into the warehouse before we started this, so I'm kind of looking around at some returns. And I don't know what else I got. I got a few boxes of some product that was sent here before we officially started sending stuff to a prep center. So I got to do something with that maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff laying around and trying to decide what I'm going to do here today or do back at my house, and then just get back on the road again. But I'm excited for ASD. I'm excited for see everybody. So doing that meetup for us all on Saturday night. Like I said, I threw it together last minute last year. Threw it together, and then I think doing it again this year, a little bit more formal. We're putting it out a little bit in advance, but still the same thing.
That's gonna be fun, dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And then it's a good time. It's, like I said, it was a good time. I think we did last year. I think we did it at like, I can't remember because I think it was later, but we ended up with a huge crowd. Like I showed up there. I was a few minutes after whatever time it was. I was with my buddy Rory and Melinda, and I went to dinner, and dinner took a little bit long. Or not dinner. Where the heck were we? But we got there like 15 minutes after. I was like, oh, I feel horrible. I put this thing out, and it was 15. And there was like 10 or 12 guys. Next thing you know, there's like 20, 30, 40, 70, 80. It just kept growing, and it was pretty cool. And I know for anyone that's trying to shoot social media content, that a few guys did have their folks with them and shot a bunch of footage of everybody hanging out and talking. It was really cool. Corey and I had talked about making something more formal at one point, like with presentations and stuff. But maybe that'll be something like that in the works for the next round. But for this one, keeping it the same was the thought of just pumping it out and having people show up and hang out. Because there already is.
We lost you there, Joe.
We'll restart it up again. There we go.
Yeah, we
Should
can
be
hear
back.
you again.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exciting, dude. I mean, I think keeping it basic, especially, I mean, even this time is a great idea because like, just like joining this show and talking to people, it's like this is how you build your network, and this is how you work together with people to really make things happen. You know,
Yeah.
this is what it's all about. You know.
Yeah. What's did you post a comment here from
Yeah. So we got a comment over on Instagram asking if we have an SOP checklist. I don't personally have a specific list of things. If what you're asking is when I'm designing an SOP, what I do, I primarily use PowerPoint, and I'll do a save as of a previous one since I've done a couple now, and then I'll basically just kind of use it as a template to create the next one, and then I just save it as a PDF after the fact. And then Joe and I have talked about it before, but we use a tool called Asana, Asana. It's a free like to-do list tool. And then I have tasks assigned to our team members in there. And then you can directly attach Google Drive links to PDFs or things like that. And so I attach those SOPs directly to their tasks. So they have something to always refer back to if they get confused or have any questions. So that's kind of how I do it. You got any thoughts on that, Joe?
Yeah, no, you know me. I'm Mr. Disorganized.
Mhm.
No, just if I don't have a checklist for them, but we have a bunch, and use them for what's needed. Like I said, I use Asana the same way you do. I'm still not as proficient with it as I wish I was, but we just have like daily reoccurring tasks, weekly reoccurring. I just went in and well, I shouldn't say just a couple days ago, I went in and kind of redid things. So I actually have a separate task now for Nell, right? So we have our daily, weekly, but I also did a whole separate thing because now we're using a prep center for all the OA stuff. So I actually have I grouped it as its own grouping now. It's its own project. So it's like and they're numbered 1 through 4. Because now also getting away from inventory labs, going to 2D workflow changes things. That changes things for my repricer for we should talk about that too. Be cool. But so I kind of have a separate, what do they call? I think they call them groups in there. I can't remember the naming, but I made it its own kind of checklist that could be referenced at least, especially going in now with adding everything a little bit differently that we're not going to be using inventory labs here. So, but yeah, I'm still getting used to that tool. You know me, at my full-time job, I'm a Microsoft Teams guy, and it just to me is so trying to use it. It's way different, yeah. So trying to switch back and forth between the two.
Yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, and I think we could probably mention that we actually did an interview with Be Cool for the show. We'll be getting some clips of that. That was a recorded interview, so it's not a live one. But Brian and I interviewed Samuel from Be Cool. Kind of fun and casual, real chill. So we'll get that just posted, I think is the plan, right, Brian? Just to post that on YouTube.
Yeah, and then also if you guys go check out Be Cool's YouTube channel, you'll see a little bit of a longer form interview that Joe and I did with them as well, where we just kind of talk about our businesses and they asked us some questions as well. So there should be content on both the Be Cool YouTube channel and then hopefully on our channel here in the next, I think, few weeks or so. You could be looking out for that.
Yeah, they didn't do it yet, right? I don't think anything.
No, they said it'd be like a few weeks.
Yeah. So that's it, man. I'm just trying to think of what I'm gonna do today. I'm not gonna spend all day at the warehouse, even though I easily could. So I'm gonna try to get a few things done here quickly, then go spend some time at home. I got some little things around the house that need to be addressed, plus the other house, getting ready to Airbnb. If anybody's looking for an Airbnb on the Finger Lakes this summer, we'll have a house available. But I got to work on that because I ordered all new.
I lost Joe for a second.
And it should come back up.
There we
hopefully. Go. Yeah, you don't have to chat me every time. I can tell.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. Oh, Crazy Flips. Was it Crazy Flips? Oh, yeah. So, question: does your VA have access to your? Yep, mine does. My main person is I've said it before. I don't like saying VA. I hate that. It just becomes kind of a term we all use. So I have someone who's like literally my main, quote unquote, my main man, but it's main woman. But I don't want to say it. Yeah, I could get in trouble saying my main woman, my wife. But no, but Nell runs the show for Nell runs the show for me. She's awesome. She has access to my Seller Central. There are some restrictions in there. I forget what they are. I don't grant full access. But yeah, she does.
Yeah, I would add on to that, kind of like Joe briefly mentioned. When you add somebody onto your Amazon Seller Central account, you have the ability to give them specific, what is it? You can allow them to see specific things and allow them to do specific things within your account without having them actually have full control over everything. So, especially whenever you're bringing on a VA and you don't want them to be overwhelmed with a ton of different things. Yeah, specific permissions. Exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
That's what I said.
When you don't want them to be overwhelmed with here's a ton of different things and you're trying to get them to do a few specific tasks, it's best if you just give them permissions to those tasks and then slowly add things on as you give them more tasks.
So I think we've been joined by our buddy Lou. Looking excited to see us here in Vegas. Lou, I was looking forward to going to Vegas, but now I know you're there and you're going to make fun of my shiny forehead this early in the morning. Pretty funny, buddy. But yeah, can't wait to see it. I think that's Lou, if it is the Lou I know, right, Brian?
Yeah,
I think that is right. I just didn't know that name on here. Yeah, so Lou, why don't you come on and join us, buddy? But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing you. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be good to see everybody again. I don't know. Lou's talking about doing a cookout at his Airbnb. Can we put that out for everybody on YouTube? You're such an idiot, Lou. Oh, I love that guy. Come on. Why don't you join us live for a minute? Yeah.
I sent him a link if he wants.
Yeah, perfect. So Lou's one of our friends. We're in a group that a Discord group that Brian started a while ago, and Lou's one of our good buddies. And now he's saying, he's talking smack, but he won't join us. You can't talk smack, Lou, without joining us. Show your beautiful smiling face on the camera. I won't make fun of your. You don't have a forehead. You have nice hair, so I guess I got nothing to compare to. But yeah. No, I can't wait to just see everybody. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most is really just kind of seeing everyone.
No way, he joined.
There he is. I'll add him in. Hey, buddy. Can you hear us? Lou, we can see you. You just need to talk.
Let's see.
We can hear you. Ah! There he is.
You can hear?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? What's up?
How have you been?
Man. Been good.
Yeah.
Good. Been planning on stuff, bro.
Yeah. When do you get into Vegas?
I'm actually traveling to Cali first. I'm actually heading on the 7th. The 7th I'm being in Cali, and then we driving to Vegas on the 9th.
Yeah, nice. Who's we? Got the whole team coming?
Yeah, I'm going with my friends, and then John, remember the warehouse manager?
Yeah.
He
Of course,
he
John.
flying in. Yeah, he flying in. And then Hannah, who's also another partner of mine, is also flying in as well. I think Hannah's in the group. She recently joined the group.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So did John. John's been in hanging out.
Oh yeah, I heard John got his first sale, and John told me Brian been helping him too, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. No, but like y'all remember the mastermind I was planning? So I actually had like some sellers, right? They join a mastermind, and they have like specific thing that they want to share, But then like the only requirement that they know is just a small group, and then everybody also share one thing or another, like a main topic that we all share about. So I really look forward to that, because it's not like a common occasion to have like a lot of Amazon sellers just be at one event together,
Yeah. This is so I don't know if you heard already. We're doing you weren't there last ASD, were you, when we did, or come to the?
No, I was not. No, I was not.
So we kind of put together a meetup last ASD, and I think Corey, Garrett, Miles, a bunch of people. We tweeted out something. I set up a location at the Cosmopolitan, and we ended up with over 100.
Oh, really?
I think well over 150 people. So we're doing it again.
Is
so
that the event you were talking about in the group? Is it the event you were talking about in the group?
Yep. So Saturday night, 7 p.m. We're doing it again. So the last one was a success story. And we're doing it again this Saturday at 7 at the Cosmopolitan. So if you can come by, make sure to bring everyone. You better.
But you need to design the poster again, man. It's an ugly ass poster. It literally is just a freaking map with a word poster on it. Come on, man.
And he's just wailing on you this morning, Joe.
At least put something else on there, man.
I'll get somebody to work on something this week. But you know what? It's like trying to go find great food in a strange town. It's the little place that looks like a dive, that looks right, that's not pretty, that's not fancy, but has the best food. That's kind of like me.
Imagine you still get 100 people there with your ugly poster. Imagine what could bring people in with a nice poster. Or just an average poster. God damn.
We're trying to keep it down a little bit, okay? We got to control it somehow, Lou.
He goes even an average poster. That means my little thing was below average.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head to church. I have to submit myself to Jesus.
Yeah, well, maybe you can learn to be nicer to people at church. Pay attention and pray for forgiveness for being mean to your friend.
True. I pray and then I do it again.
All right, disconnect him. How do we
I see
shut
that.
him off?
Banned.
Goodbye, Lou. Banned. Bye. Yeah, Rachel, thanks. Lou is always full of it, isn't he? But we got to get Rachel to come on with us. I know we've asked her.
I just sent her a
And
link.
she,
See.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we'll leave her up there for a minute. So anyone, I don't know if anybody's joining us from Rachel's one of our good friends who opened up her own prep center, prep shop. Kind of sounds like sweatshop, but prep center down in Florida. And she really welcomes like walk-in RA. It's really unique what she's doing. So make sure you check out Rachel and her prep center. But yeah, maybe Rachel can join us. I don't know. I know the problem with us doing this Sundays at 11 a.m. is all our friends on the West Coast and Mountain Time are, just getting their days going or not even getting their days going. So that kind of makes it tougher. So that's why, Brian, I am planning on in Vegas us doing a pop-up. Stop with the sweatshop, Joe. Yeah, just joking, but prep center. And I don't want to hear about bedhead, Rachel. You just throw a hat on if that's the problem. Come on, get on here. Let's hear you. But yeah, I think we should do I think Friday night, I'll probably, or Saturday night, go live from the meetup, maybe. Possibly do something there, and then we'll do Sunday Coffee and Commerce. We'll find a spot. I've got some in mind, but I think there's actually because Sunday would be 11 a.m. So it's Vegas Mountain Time.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I can't remember either. So maybe we would just put out an announcement that we'll do Sundays a little later and move it to a convenient time in Vegas.
Yeah,
but
we'll figure it out.
We will be doing something. We can't go another Sunday without missing after last Sunday. It was unacceptable on my behalf. I completely messed up with time zones and everything else.
Maybe we do two things. Maybe do a little pop-up and on a Saturday, and then do a normal show on Sunday or something. We'll figure
that's what
out.
I'm planning. Sunday's happening. That Sunday will happen. That's a given. And then we'll do something else. We
lost him.
Don't know why that does that. Every couple minutes, it seems like. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know why it does that. I have no idea. That's weird, though. And I just got a pop-up from Instagram that they've detected behavior on my account. To prevent your account from being restricted or permanently ensure no other users or tools has access to your account. So it looks like we're going to lose another one.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's probably because you logged in for me today. Because it says make sure other. Great. Let's see what happens. So, yep, I'm gonna try to get some stuff together for ASD because once I leave, I don't come home. I don't really have any other big plans for ASD this year. I really want to. I normally do the mornings walkthroughs, kind of like what Corey's doing, but in the last couple, have ended up with just a group of people that just organically show up, and we end up walking around. And that's a good time. But I don't know. Definitely doing a day shorter, not staying till Wednesday. That extra day was just one day too much last year. But maybe if I consume a few less adult beverages, it'll be a better time.
Work out better. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. That's about it, man.
What else you got on your agenda for today? I know you said you want to get some stuff done.
Yep.
Anything on the top of the list you got at least on your head?
I might try to do a shipment today of some random stuff that's laying around the warehouse. So that might be it. Try to get a random shipment done of some stuff just to get it in, because I will be gone for now over another week. Mm-hmm. That's really it. Got some items that I can FBM. We'll put those listings up, and then to make sure that if my daughter's all set to come in throughout the week and take care of orders. No 0 day.
No 0 day anymore.
No 0 day, yeah.
Wait till November again.
No.
You say that now.
No. Just ridiculous. Got a new, got it a few weeks ago, but it came in the mail. But I haven't been home. Got the new I think Chase Ink.
Nice.
Thank you talked me into getting a Chase Ink one. Add that to the lineup of credit. We'll try to get that in the mix for some stuff, or maybe some. Now, hey Brian, do you, when it comes to software and subscriptions, do you do all that on one specific credit card? Or do you just have them on different business cards? Doesn't matter to you.
Yeah, I have started to do that on one card, although I don't know that it really matters too much as long as you're doing everything in QuickBooks and categorizing everything.
Yeah.
I don't know that it matters a ton now, because of the whole credit card usage schedule thing that I made. I wanted to put it all the subscriptions and everything on one card so that it doesn't affect my other cards when I'm doing that kind of thing, if that makes sense. So my goal is to spend on each card a few days after the statement closes, and then I have as long as possible to pay it back. And so having all my software just on one other card that's just a regular, okay, I use this for anything kind of recurring.
Bills. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'd like to. I think that's probably something I will do, because it just helps. It's especially because in this business, I mean, for me, I think certain people can handle jumping from one system or software or login. For me, I just get confused. I mean, there's so much.
Yeah, it looks like we just lost you for a second, but yeah, no, I agree. I do think that it is beneficial to then, having it all in one place makes it really easy to see and track and make sure that, okay, if I need to cut down on some subscriptions, I can go look at this one card and I can see that everything that I'm currently paying monthly versus, oh, it's on multiple cards. Well, you may lose track of something, That's at least personally how I feel about it.
Yeah. To me, it's just simpler for my head, because there's just so many things. There's always just so many logins and systems and another tool, another software. Really, I mean, that's
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if I cut. So that is. So yeah, maybe I'll open another credit card up, and we'll just put. We'll do another line of credit just for bills and stuff separate. So I'd like to keep some of these. I already know another one I want to get. So been building up the Hilton points. Now I want to start building back, because I already have Marriott points from traveling. But if I can add on a Marriott business card, then that'll be even higher. So I'd like to have Hilton and Marriott maxed out this year, definitely, for points and status. Both. Two, not just one. So that'd be cool. Yeah. And then wonder if there's a way to build up points on a card for cruise lines. And then we could do like an annual cruise once a year, and then wasn't there already like an Amazon cruise? Is there somebody that already does something like that? Like I've heard of it, right? There is someone from one. There's another group, like an organization, that does something like that, right?
Ashlyn Haddon actually does like a yearly like friends vacation, and she does stuff like that. Where
Is that what it is?
Like, hey, we've got 50 spots open. It's for anyone and everyone that she posts on her social and says, "Hey, join us."
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool. Okay,
that's a cool idea.
I've heard of it before, so yeah, I'm not trying to copy it. So, but I probably heard it and liked it. So, yeah, I just like doing something fun for,
Well,
say, hey, if you want to come along, but I'm going.
Yeah, yeah, and I think honestly, the easiest way to build up points for something like that, Joe, at least as far as I know, is not to get a specific credit card, but get one
Yeah.
that gives you just Chase Ultimate Rewards points, or that gives
Move
you
'em.
Amex membership points, because those two platforms actually have the highest. Uh, they call it CPP. So it's like the highest value that you can use the points for. Whereas like specific points for like a hotel may only be like 0.6 CPP.
Yep.
Like Amex, for instance, or Chase points, those are more like 2, because they have so much flexibility with them for transferring it to different partners.
Yeah.
And if you get like that Chase Inc. Unlimited card, you have is 1.5 points per dollar on every transaction. So basically, that's the one I actually use for all my software. I use that for all my recurring stuff now, because that's a way for me to just be constantly earning points on something that can be transferred very easily to different programs.
Yeah, that's good. That's the way to do it. Speaking of points and rewards, maybe today we should talk about a little you were involved in some. I don't know if it was internal, private, or if it was group chats with Vico, right, this week.
Oh yeah,
some updates, right? That I think there's some good stuff to share.
Yeah,
Some good updates from Vico's CEO or someone.
yeah. So Vico actually did an AMA thread, and this is great. I'm glad you actually brought this up, because this is really good info that I bet a lot of people didn't see. So Vico did an AMA on the Seller Central forums, which I know we all look at those constantly, right? So, so I was
Sure.
actually looking at it because I was bored. One thing that is really big that they said they're coming out with soon, and just so you know, all of these responses are directly from the CEO of Vico. So, one of the questions was, when is Vico going to implement remembering weights and dimensions based on an item? So right now, when you go and you ship a package and you have to manually type in information on the weight and dimensions because it doesn't match exactly what Amazon says, it doesn't save that. So if you're doing like, if you've got 100 of these in stock and you're FBMing all of them, it's a pain in the butt because you got to change it every single time. They're going to be implementing very soon a feature where you can actually save those dimensions and weights. So that's one. And then one thing people also questioned was the rates. People say, well, I think the rates of Equo are higher than other places. They claim, at least, especially from their CEO, that they have the cheapest rates. And when they say it, they mean it. And if they don't, they said, reach out to our support because something is wrong. So at least they are attempting, at the very least, to open up the conversation if there is an issue or discrepancy between their rate and somebody else's. So that's another cool thing. And then honestly, one of the biggest things that I thought was really, really cool that they said, buying inbound FBA shipping labels will be coming to VQuo later.
Yeah.
So now when you go spend $150 on an inbound FBA shipment, instead of Amazon deducting it from your balance, you can then go spend that $150 on a credit card and earn credit card reward points or credit card cash back. Even if you're just doing the 2% cash back, that will add up like crazy. Now, the one issue with that is I don't know what that's going to look like in terms of the new inbound placement fees. It may still be worth it to use a software like 2D Workflow to get around the inbound placement fees if that continues to work. We don't know yet. It's too early to know. Yeah. But those are some of the cool new things that I learned, at least this past week, that are honestly pretty exciting, I think.
No updates from the for shipping. There was no updates for shipping. So right now, VQuo, it does not show up as a primary merchant code for credit cards as shipping. It shows up as like business services, right? So if you're using a Amex card or a card that has 6-time points for shipping, as Brian and I both found out, you don't get the 6-time points because VQuo's merchant code is not showing up as shipping as a primary code. And there was no updates from him on that being fixed, right?
There was actually. That's one thing I just forgot to mention. So I actually did ask that question in the thread, and he responded. He said he's aware of the issue. He's reached out to upper level management at Stripe because they are pushing a shipping code to Stripe, and they're not sure why some users are reporting that they're getting the extra points on Amex cards for shipping, and some are not. And it's only for Amex that this is an issue. Apparently, with Chase, people are saying that cards that Chase offers enhanced points on for shipping, they are seeing those enhanced points. So it's only with Amex with VQuo, and they are working on it. He said as soon as last week, he reached out to Stripe's upper level management and said it's a priority. I'm pushing Amex to also retroactively go back and award points to people because, like you and I, last Q4, I was all excited because I thought I was getting enhanced points on tens of thousands of dollars worth of shipping purchases for FBM, and I wasn't. So, you know, that'll be something to look forward to when they resolve that. I'll mention it on the show for sure because that's something that if anyone has been using VQuo and uses an Amex credit card that gives enhanced points for shipping, you may have to reach out to Amex support and say, "Hey, I need my points for last year." And they supposedly say they'll give it to us, but we don't know 100% yet. Looks like we've lost you for a second, Joe. Your mic.
All right. Am I back up this time?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. I don't know why that is the weirdest thing. This is a hardwired mic. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, looking forward to that. And I said, especially it would be nice as if they, once they get that fixed and we can start pumping all FBA shipments through there, you know. And the one thing I need to start looking into too, and I haven't done a great job of it, is paying for PPC separately with a credit card. And there's ways to do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't done that. So maximizing those points, right? It's just it's free. It's just it's free game for it. It's free money on any of those points. You know, it's things you can do. So, but again, that's where we talk about organizing all that. We should come up. That's what we should do, Brian. We should write a software that can organize all this stuff for you, like a whole dashboard for your a business dashboard with wait, light bulb just went off. Got an idea. Yeah, that could be another
project.
Another project as yeah. So yeah, I verbally committed, and we could probably mention that. So this week I've been talking to a friend of a friend type situation, and they're have their own private, well, not privately, but they have their own brand, their own product, a food product that they've been building and building and building. So I talked to the gentleman, well, numerous times this week, but the official phone call that did it was earlier in the week. Or wait, today's Sunday, so early last week, and looks like he's ready to roll on Amazon. And
looks like we lost Joe for a second again. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, yeah, I have no idea.
Sorry, give us just 1 second. We'll get Joe back up. Hey.
Is it back?
Yeah, it's back.
Oh, it's so weird. Yeah. yeah, so looking forward to becoming better friends with this gentleman and his company. He's just got so much energy and so passionate about his brand. And he's got some big things going on in the background for his brand that he needs to focus on. So just excited. And well, he can worry about his publications that he does and his movie deal he's working on. I plan on we can work on the Amazon side of this merchandise line. I mean, because it's everything. It's a lot of stuff. It's gonna be super cool. So super excited about that. But I'm hoping too. I did a complete revamp on my website, and hoping that, and that's on me. That's actually we're adding that to the Asana checklist right now because that is something I want to finish up. I need some photos sent over to the website folks, and yeah, I got to get that added to my list because I do not want to forget. So going to be working on that. I got to get some just photos is all they need from me right now. We were trying to do some real-time photos from the warehouse. I just don't have any decent because everybody on there, you see all these websites from different Amazon folks and they all use stock photos. And I'm talking about building. My company is focused on building brand relationships. I don't truly want to be doing OA. That's all Brian's fault. Talking me into it. I want to be focused on just working with brands. I've said that now for months and months and months and months and months and months. And every time I try to just go down that road, I get pulled in different directions, which is okay. It's all good. But when I started building my website a year ago, it was to be focused on what we can do for different brands. And I don't want to get away from that focus. That is still my focus. That's just what I want to do. Okay, and again, like that's what makes this business beautiful is there's so many different things you can do and you find what you enjoy and you do it. So I had my website done. I was not happy with the quality. Brian saw it. A few people, I just wasn't happy. And I paid someone a decent amount. Well, I know a lot of people say use Fiverr or do this. I try to do as much as I can, through contact people we know. I just think that's how the network grows. And so I went with actually a company that Corey recommended and been really happy with them so far. So right now, the biggest thing is that they're waiting on me. So, and that is a really brand development centric website. And that's what we're doing. We will be adding a store to that. So I do have a couple of product lines where we can add live inventory that they will ship to, directly to customers for me from their inventory. I think 3 total now that'll do that. And someday we'll add that to the website. That's phase 2 or 3. I don't even know. Not right now. I just want it to get up and going and talk about who we are and our personalized approach, because that's what makes us different.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I thought about this while you were talking a little bit. Why don't you try and drop some knowledge on people here? Because you're very good at talking to these random brands that you just stumble upon. Maybe mention briefly, like, how does that happen? And then how does that conversation go? What do you do to then talk to somebody and get them excited to work with you whenever you've never met them before and you're just meeting them for the first time and it just stumbles upon it,
Well, most of the time this happens unintentionally. So if you ask me to prepare for the Be Cool interview and be prepared and read the questions, it stresses me out and I overthink it. Most of the time, almost all the time, of any of the brands or partnerships I've made have just been through casual conversation because I enjoy the business. So I'm a big fan that even if it's a phone call, you should typically have a smile on your face and you should be excited to what you're talking about. And if you don't, to me, if you don't have those kind of basic things, the conversation sucks, right? Like, and people feel your energy. People feel the energy. They feel your passion, your excitement. And if you believe in yourself, you believe in what you're doing, well, then others are going to trust you. That I just got a message from Warner. Yeah, it's to me, it's about who you are and what you really. It's hard sometimes if you're pushy, if you're too, like, if you want it so bad, try to not want it so bad, but want it enough that, you know, people understand you're serious about what you're talking about, right? And have a belief in what you're doing. I think too, there's a lot of people, or there's a good amount of folks that they're almost like, because of the Amazon seller stigma, right? Well, there's the Amazon sellers, right? And then there's businesses, and we like ASD or these trade shows, Expo East or West or Pet Expo, like, yeah, these companies, distributors, brands, they want to deal with somebody who's legitimate, meaning that they're putting their in someone can be on Amazon part-time and still be legitimate, right? And maybe that's not even the right word, legit, but be involved and sincere and dedicated to the business, not just to make a quick buck for a week or two type idea, right? For me, Amazon's never been about the quick dollar. It's never been about rushing in, making money very quickly, very fast, and then it's, for me, I'm more of a long haul type person. I'm looking at this as a 10-year plan. So for me, my Amazon's a 10-year plan to get it, learn it, retire from my 9-to-5, take it to the next big level, and build something that is a fully operational company. And as I have in years ago with other businesses, a couple I've been involved in, make something that is valuable to actually do something with, whether it's to sell it, whether it's to, you know, partner with someone and but have something to hand off. If one of my kids wanted it, they could take over the business by then. They'll be out of college. They'll be, right. So we got options there, and it could be a very good business for one of my children to run. Could be a very good business to sell to a, you know, or a friend or a partner that might want it, you know, that type of idea. But building something of substance, just not something that's like, I sold, you know, 800 bars of soap at Christmas, you know, type business only, right? Like, it's just more sustainable and more repeatable type idea. So, but getting out and just talking to people, right? So they feel that. People, when you talk to them, feel how you feel. You know, and if you can't be excited about what you're talking about, true. And that's how I find most stuff. People know what I do. They know I do this Amazon thing, right? Or Walmart, not Walmart, right? Man, but they don't get it, right? So they ask questions. People are like, so how's that, you know, what's going on with that? And I start telling them, and I'm excited about it. So the brand that we just like kind of, you know, partnering up with right now on this new brand, that happened through my talking to a friend of mine who owns a mechanic shop, does work on my cars. And I was over there talking, and we're chatting about the business. And he's like, oh, hey, you got to try this stuff here. This is, you know, my son's neighbor. And this is a product, and this stuff's awesome. And the guy that built this company is awesome. And you should see this stuff. I don't know if it's on Amazon. So I actually bought some. He had some. I took some and tried it. I go, oh, this stuff is delicious, first of all. And then so I started looking in online. I'm like, wait a second, they don't have a presence on Amazon. And this could be a huge, if they're interested, I'd like to help them with that. So it's really, it was a phone call on this one. We haven't even met in person. Yeah. And literally, it's like, hey, here's what I do. Are you interested in doing something like that with your business? And he is. You know, then conversation, and we had some common analogies. Both of us were veterans. Both of us have energy and passion for what we do. And yeah, so that's where it brings it up. And I think 90% of the time, if you just go into it with good energy, you know, with a smile on your face, I've had situations and outside of this business, or where a colleague has made a phone call. Let's say it's for a hotel for some reservations. they can't seem to break through, and they'll call. Oh, I tried calling there. I couldn't get us 5 rooms at the rate we needed. Really bummed out because that's the perfect place for us to stay. I've been able to pick up the phone and call the same place within 15 minutes and get the block of rooms. And we all joke about it. But I talk with a smile on my face. I'm polite. I'm considerate. I don't know. I don't. Sometimes it's hard to explain it because sometimes it's just who you are. Some people just have a hard time talking. But I think Corey actually just did like recently some videos about door-to-door sales and how he had the door slammed in his face so many times. Right. So it's the same thing. I've done different sales jobs throughout my whole life. And some of those jobs teach you the best stuff. I think, are we over an hour? Oh, we are. Instagram disconnected us, bro.
All good. I mean, we still got it rolling on YouTube if you want to keep talking a little bit.
Well, we're at an hour, I think. So let's wrap it up. We keep it to an hour. That's the deal. We both got a lot to do. So let's wrap it up. Let's talk about this Friday. Brian and I both get into Vegas as well as a bunch of other of our friends. Looking forward to Vegas Saturday night. Cosmopolitan, 7 p.m. Second floor. It's kind of out by, it's a common area right above the chandelier. Right there. You'll see everybody. It's kind of a very open area. There's a bunch of little restaurants and cafes around the perimeter where you can walk in and grab a drink or grab some snacks or whatever you want. We'll all be hanging out. So 7 p.m. I really hope to see a lot of people there Saturday night. And then that'll just further the networking throughout the weekend. And I plan on being at the shows early most mornings, start my walk-arounds like I normally do. And then I normally do some quick walk-arounds and then come back with maybe a little bit more focused in the afternoon to certain areas or certain booths. So I'll make a second visit or a third visit sometimes if there's something I like. And sometimes I'll kind of put it to see how interested the salesperson is in me. So I'll come back a second time and see if they'll, they still want to talk or they still have a moment for me. And then that sometimes to me means something too. So, but yeah, thank you. It's been a long last couple of weeks living in a hotel. I'm happy to be home for a couple of days. And now it's time to get back to work.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Like Joe said, we'll be at ASD. For anyone who's going to be there, feel free to message on Instagram me, fba.brian, or Joe at afka.jomazon. And maybe we can network and meet up aside from even the big meetups. We'd love to grow our network and introduce you to some of our friends even. And that's what it's all about. So hope to see you guys there. And we will see you guys next week on Sunday. Maybe an adjusted time for ASD. We will send some updates on Instagram and let everybody know what's going on. Lost your audio there, Joe.
All right, am I back? Is it back? All right. Hey, we don't ever ask this. Start please liking and following the Coffee and Commerce YouTube and Instagram. And you don't have to message me on my own. Message the Coffee and Commerce because we both see that and check it. So, but yeah, if you guys please like, share, follow, whatever it takes. I don't know the terminology, but we want to keep building this up. We want to see this community grow. And let us know if you want to join us live on any Sunday. The door it's an open door. We just have to send you a link for the software we use. So please, we'd like to have different folks join in and be part of this just fun conversation. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Awesome. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.